Yo ho, good day, and welcome home to the beautiful city of Blenholme for episode 13 of our Cities Skylines. Well, it's not really a build guide, let's just call it a build. And today I think we're going to finish the Direwold district. It does seem like it's about time, although finish. There is this part we can't build yet, but we'll have to make do. So first thing, we are going to start by a 4-lane road. And let's take an industrial one for this area. And this is going to be the start of a highway flowing towards the industry area, or towards the harbor, I mean. Now let's take a 2-lane road and extend this one over here, so we have guidelines to work with. And then let's draw out a one-way road either side of this 4-lane, and let's hope I can get them really close together. I think I should have probably left one more space, which is unfortunate, but we'll just redraw it. So let's remake our guideline road, and then draw this out by 10 and this in by 10, and that will make sure I'll have to reverse the directions, but that does not matter that much for now. We're just building the infrastructure, not yet using it. And now we can also delete the guideline road and connect in our nice little one-way couplet. And these roads will be the border to the Direwold district, and they will be eventually be turned into a highway, but not yet because it doesn't warrant the cost, since we can't connect it to the other highway anyway, or not yet as of now. But it will at least give us a nice border for our Direwold district, which doesn't even encompass the entire neighborhood, I see. So let's quickly fix that too. And just extend this district over here until the two-way couplet. And that will give us a decent amount more space to build the neighborhood in. So let me quickly speed up the road building process for you guys. By now you know how it goes. I built some roads, they're quite close to each other. Then I add some connections, make sure there's not too much possibilities for cut-through traffic, and add some water pipes while I'm at it. Nothing special about it, and that will also kind of complete the neighborhood, for now at least. Now, while we're spawning in some houses, let's also factor in a new cycling path connection. I think the cycling climate is a bit barren over here. We only have one bridge over the highway over here, and yeah, that's not a lot for all the cycling traffic that should be happening between these places. So I'm thinking of constructing one around here. So we're starting this path out near our cemetery. And let's connect it from both angles. Let's take our curve road tool and just curve it up until here. And then right over here we'll make a separate connection to the roundabout, which will have to be without snapping for a bit. And let's just put it like this. Now let's return to our angle snapping. And we're going to make a tunnel for the cyclists. And we'll probably have to redo this rock feature a little. Or we can go around it. Just barely, please. Yeah, we can. And that means we'll have a bit of a windy cycling path, but that shouldn't matter that much. We have to flatten a bit of terrain first before we can have ourselves go under the highway. So let's get that sorted and then draw in our cycling path, which still says space already occupied. So is there a pillar? There's a pillar, of course. So now it might actually let us draw it in right along the road over here. And then curving away over here to leave a bit of our tree line standing. And let's try to keep our rock features intact. The straightness of this path doesn't really matter to me anyway. And then let's tunnel them back under here. Over to here. Then we're gonna snap off angle. Just use a straight one. And come up over here if it will let me. Of course it won't. So let's have another attempt at that. This seems to do about right. Now let's also make sure that on the other side of the crossing the cyclists can still actually go somewhere. And they'll have to travel up another hill, I think. Or no. They're going to just follow this curve. And they're going to get to cross the ring road. They'll probably be overjoyed about that. Probably won't, but oh well. They'll have to. If they want to get anywhere anyway. So let's convert this to cycling infrastructure as well. And now there's multiple ways to cross the highway, which does seem to be fitting. Okay, so while those loggers are moving in, let's, improve some bits about their environment. They have to live there, so it might as well be actually habitable. So let's take some dirt paths, turn off our road guidelines again, and just curve them around the area a bit here to this corner, and then from this corner let's have the pathway swirl around a little bit, just to be a pretty nice experience of walking. And then let's take a straight bit and draw it out to this corner just to border off against the road. Now let's also add in some good old conifers extra to this area to have it feel a bit more natural, and also integrate it into the forestry area a little better. I mean, it's quite unnatural for what is a few meters away a fairly dense logging forest to suddenly disintegrate into a pretty barren area. And it will also help with the noise pollution issues that might arise when you're living this close to the industry area. And I think they'll also want a local neighborhood store. I'm thinking of building one over here. And I want to see if when I build one in this bit, they will be happy about it. So we will see what spawns in here. And also add a few path connections through this area. And let's curve them again. So one over here. One to there. And probably one to this corner as well. That won't work, but maybe this will. Yeah, it does connect, so that's nice. And we will decorate this up with trees and maybe some props in a later time lapse. I did remove this road to disincentivize cut-through traffic, by the way. Seemed like a smart choice for now. That helps the neighborhood, I think. So how are we on our water? Still in good supply. Power also still pretty decent. Well, that does it for services for now. Let's see. The Blue Thorn area can probably do with some extra zoned commercial as well. I don't think we have any non-historical buildings here anyway, for now. So let's, add some. And make them historical later on. Think one over here and one over here will do for now. We're gonna make some pathways through here as well later on. And let's check on what spawned in the Direwold area for our commercial. That does seem like a good thing. While we're here, let's also add in a few extra houses. Doesn't seem like that much trouble while we're in the neighborhood anyway. The pathways prevent us from zoning places we don't want to, so dragging a line through will do. And that will start spawning in as well, attracting another few nice new residents. Now let's see what we got over here for commercial assets. Yeah, this one on the corner works for me, and this one over here too. And I think I want this area to become quite commercially congested. I'll probably want a large one facing the upper road, which is currently called Aspen Street. Again, if you want to name a road or anything, leave a comment, and I might just change it for you. Probably will. I like original names for streets and stuff. Now, while we get stuff spawning in again, let's turn on our topographic view for a second. And then we see we have a pretty big slope over here, although it's pretty steep but not that high. And it's going to be built from over here in a slightly terraced upflowing way. And from the Transferium car park here, there's gonna be a kind of chairlift to get up there. But for now I will just want to draw a nice road. Let's take a dirt road for this and turn on our topographic view again. And I just want to curve this road along the height lines, just so we have an easier view of where our flat surface ends. We're not going to use the flat surface now, but in the future we will want to build here, and it doesn't hurt to have this road in place before that time. Let's keep these rocks as landmarks, something. Might turn it into a park eventually. Don't know about that yet. And we can currently follow the topography up till there. So now we have this border dirt road that doesn't yet connect to anything, but at least shows us until where our neighborhood can flow later on. So now we can check up on that bigger commercial asset over here. And yeah, I think that's alright for a vibe. And that does look like our area is filling up quite well. It's not full yet, but we're getting there. So one more over here, and maybe some tarmac paths. Flowing around here. I think this does look good and adds to the neighborhood. Oh, it's one of those again. Like a really small building with a lot of free space. I'm not going for it this time. Just give me something bigger, please. And while we're waiting, I actually might as well zone up this bit too. And while we do some more waiting, I might as well expand our cycling infrastructure as well. So let's take out a cycle path, draw it through the green belt over here, and then take a cycling road and convert this one to a cycling street as well. That does seem to connect well to the rest of the area. Although it does have to end here for some odd reason. It won't convert because of the building next to it. So let's turn on anarchy for a bit. You know, didn't hurt anybody, nobody saw. Right? Nothing happened here. It's just a cycling street, right? Yeah, this building does conform to our standards a bit better. Or at least to what I want for the area. And this one is alright too. Now let's zone up this 3x3 area as well. And I think I want this road to be a grassy one. Not just for aesthetics, but also so we get crossings to, you know, have some better ways for our cyclists to get across the street. Now they have at least some crossings over on these corners, which will probably make our cyclists happy. Now this does look like a proper corner building, so let's keep it as well, and then go do some more green zoning up in Direwold. That's a bit better again. Let's go build ourselves a pulp mill. So I'm thinking about creating a bit of an extension to this road and then drawing it out until, well, let's take just 10 tiles for now. And now we're going to take our nice pulp mill, and I was thinking about situating it right along this road, near our other paper producing facility. The biomass pellet plant produces paper over here, and I see we have some significant sewage issues. Probably means our sewage facility is on fire or something. Well, might have been, I don't know. Also some decent power shortages. So let's check our... Well, we do have enough power, but I just separated our grid. Which is, of course, completely my fault. Let's remove that power line and reconnect it in. And let's check our water. Yeah, low on water availability. Oh no, good on water availability, good on sewage treatment. So that works. And I think this works really well as well. Maybe we need another place to store some extra lumber around this area. This one does not seem to fit. This one does. Let's see how it looks. Over here. Yeah, that does look quite alright. Does get the right vibe across. Maybe also a tarmac footpath, just to get from here to here. And to fill out the area a bit better. It says we don't have enough water, which is quite true for this bit. So let's turn off our snapping for a bit and extend our water grid through to over here. So everything is nice and supplied again. So this will store some more lumber, this will turn that into paper, and I think this is our only paper storage for now, but it's not full yet, and it will just export stuff, mostly, so let's keep it that way. Let's see if one more fits over here actually. Let's see, our warehouses were over here. No, it doesn't fit. This one obviously doesn't fit either. So let's just make do with the facilities we have for now. And go and do some more zoning. Now that's done with. I'll try to get the rest zoned up later this episode, so we've at least got most of that over with by the end of this episode at least. And now let's start our leisure district a little bit. We can't do anything like zoning, but we can make a start by drawing in a key. And I'm going for this one because it's kind of nice with the ferry and bus exchange. Now let's follow the contours of the land a little and then end it here, take a straight one. And now we'll need the road guidelines and a bit of a road. We'll make it 12 tiles long. Oh, let's quit the guidelines for a sec. 12 tiles long. Now turn the guidelines back on. And then draw a straight key right beside it. So this will properly sit our ferry and bus exchange. Now let's draw out a road to sit it on with road guidelines and everything on. Then let's remove this bit and go to our public transport tab and take our ferry and bus stop. And let's get that placed in. Now, I do think this is kinda nice with not that much difference between the key height and the exchange, and yeah, let's turn it off for now. So that will be part of the outline for this area. Now let's get this upgraded into a street road segment to give us some nice zebra crossings over here as well. And let's start bringing this in for this side, which will be the outer road for the leisure area. And maybe we'll need to do a little bit of terraforming around this side of the landmass. So we're picking this height and straightening it a little. Now let's start out with our key again. Just draw it in straight from till over here, and then curve it to around here. I think that'll be nice. Now let's draw a straight road along this straight piece and curve it along the curve nicely, and then enter it into this road again. So this will be the shape of our leisure area. Now let's draw out some extra supporting roads. And I'm thinking of making it a one-way system. And drawing it in like this. And then supporting this with a back-to-back plaza. Or maybe a little offset, because the game won't let it be placed as I want. I think this looks nice as well. So let's now take our power line and connect this in over in this neighborhood for now. And put some water pipes under this road, so we can supply our ferry and bus exchange and plazas with some nice fresh water. And let's keep it civil and under the road. This looks about right. And now we can turn this back on as well. I do think I want a avenue with bus lanes over here as well. Want it to come out from the middle and just tee straight in here. And let's do some traffic light removal while we're at it. So I think this will do as a base for our leisure area, and it will just stay like this for now, while our town center is apparently burning down in the background. What a blaze it is. Yeah. Nice and nice and burning. Now let's take a bit of commercial zoning while we're in the area and see what we got. I do want the area between these two roads to be commercial as well. Let's just hope the fire department manages to save the rest of the town center while it's doing quite well on burning down. Although some of them are already burnt out. Yep. Nice. Awesome. Do we have some... well, might as well wait. So let's check back in and see what we got. Or what we're getting. So, I normally don't like this asset. But I think one of them... yeah, it might be okay. Right over here, don't think I mind, since its building style is kinda similar to the buildings in the background. And while we wait for the other one to spawn in, we might as well consider ourselves a little busline. We now have the structure to start it from, and I think it would be nice for the community to at least have one after getting this. I think the first stop should be right over there, and the next one yeah, why not cut straight across and go through Westkeep for a bit. Now one near the elementary school, which is always nice to have, of course. And then one near the tram stop. And then one in front of the elderly home. And let's just try to cut through as straight as possible to the ring road. Now let's have it take the ring road and have a stop over here. Or yeah, maybe we could have it cut off the ring road for a bit over here and have another stop. And not have one in between these junctions, that would be pretty awkward. Might as well take a bit of a highway tour, because we're going to Direwold. Also to improve the value of these houses a little, but mostly to have these people feel more connected to the town of Blenholme. Let's have it go around the lake. One more stop over here. And then back out. And back the way it came. Just adding stops straight across from the stops I already made. And then instead of going here, let's have the bus turn over here and enter the bus area from this way. That will give us a nice long line, 23 stops, which seems quite nice. 22 buses seems way too much. Let's start with 10 and see how it works. And let's make this a nice green line. It's going to the loggers area, might as well look the part. And since our leisure area has no name yet, let's refrain from naming the bus line as well, for now. So let's see what we got out of the commercial building. By now it should have spawned in, it's even leveled up, and I'm keeping it. Now let's see if we can zone up the rest of Direwold as well, which would be nice. we at least managed to increase our population count by quite a lot. Maybe we will manage to level up our city the next episode. And that would give us quite a few nice toys to play with. I'm not gonna walk you through them this episode. I will probably do that when we actually ding that milestone. It's 7,500 people, and yeah, we should get there soon enough. So that looks like sunset for this episode of Blenholme. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll hope to see you next time for episode 13 of Blenholme.